I'm Natalie. In this video I will tell you all about watering plants. You see, every plant needs water, but the quantity can vary enormously. There's plants that need a little splash every few days, and there's plants that can go for months without it. It might sound a bit confusing, but trust me, after this video you will know all about it. Nearly every plant falls in one of the following three groups. First, there's plants that need a lot of water. Their potting soil needs to be moist at all times. Then there's plants that need water about once a week, and their potting soil can dry up partially before you need to water it again. And then there's plants that need very little water. Their potting soil can dry up completely before you need to water them again. The first group of plants needs quite a bit of water. They are originally from tropical areas, such as rainforests, so they're used to plenty of water and a high humidity. You should water these plants regularly, giving a small amount of water each time. This allows you to maintain a continually moist potting soil without overwatering the plant. You see, if you overwater your plant, you may cause the roots to rot. Especially during spring and summer, you should water tropical plants regularly. During autumn and winter, you may let the potting soil dry up a bit. The following group needs water about once a week. This group includes most indoor plants. You should give them just enough water to moisten the potting soil as not to make it too soggy. About a week later, the potting soil should be partly dried up. If you've got a new plant, I would always recommend checking the upper few centimeters of the pot using your finger. If the soil is still moist after about a week, you'd best wait a bit before watering again and give a little bit less water next time. That will allow the potting soil to dry up a bit. And during winter, you can give this group of plants less water than you usually do. I've got some additional advice for these two groups of plants. Are you unsure whether to water your plants? Then you can just lift up the pot as such to see how it feels. If it feels heavy, you'd best wait a bit before watering again. And if your plant is still in its plastic grower's pot, you can just lift that right up to see if you've overwatered it. If you have, the water will have drained right out. And then there's humidity. Generally, the humidity in our homes is too low for plants. And you can increase this by getting a humidifier or simply by placing a small bowl with water close to your plant. On to the last group. Some plants need very little water. Cacti and succulents, for example, can easily last for 2 weeks without water. And that's during spring and summer. During winter, they can last even longer. Succulents can last for a month without water during winter, and cacti, they can go the entire season without needing any water at all. So how is this possible? Well, you see, these plants, they originate from areas where it rains very little. So in order to survive here, they must be able to store large amounts of water in their thick leaves and trunks. This allows them to live off the supply for a while. Long story short, if you are looking for an easy houseplant, this will be the group for you. Well, now you know all there is to know on watering plants. On to the next point on the plant care agenda, finding the perfect spot for your plant. Because you see, some plants are real sunbathers, where others prefer a spot in the shade. You'll learn all about it in the next video. See you then!